when I created this practice, I was the only one doing it. Nobody even knew about it. So you know what I did? I invited people over to my home. I didn't charge a thing. They just came by my home at a certain time. And it was about 9 a.m. They showed up. And we did practice. And it was 90 minutes. Then that gave me a chance to go ahead and lead the practice. The name was, I didn't even have a name. It was not flow anything. It was just, I don't even know the name. It's just, this is my practice. This is my morning practice. That's what I call it. This is my morning practice. And people would go, oh, Mike's morning practice. Have you tried Mike's morning practice? And there was no name for it. And I did that. But that allowed me to maintain the momentum of the practice in my own practice. Wherever I went, I would share with people. I would get people to do it and try it out. And then I would commit to, hey, let's do it every morning. And whether or not they showed up, I would be there. And then I would do it. And now whether or not everybody moves into that direction wouldn't matter, because you'll always benefit from your own personal practice. And when you lift somebody up like that, they'll look at you and they go, I want to give back to you. Because they may have spent thousands and thousands trying to seek help, and now you offer something to them. You didn't even charge anything, and they got tremendous value. So like, oh my God, this is life-changing. And people will give the value back in many different ways. Some will offer, you just want to pay you, and some want to offer other things. So many relationships that built, so many opportunities that came because I just simply shared this practice with people. People wanted to give back in some way, so then they looked for ways to offer value back. And their value that was easy for them, like the practice is easy for me to share. It's effortless, very effortless. But the value that they offered me was very, very valuable for me, but it was more effortless for them because it's their strength, it's their network. But it was very valuable for me, and I got so many things from that. So we never know how it's going to ripple. It's a really great way for us to maintain the momentum. And we have, not only do we have more control over it, but it directly influences our life because we are giving value to people that are close in our life. Send the messages out to your friends. Where can you do it? Your home. But now you can offer it to people around you. That's a really powerful momentum. And a lot of ideas would grow from that. You don't even know what they are. Ideas and opportunities would grow. A lot of relationships. I have a lot of relationships right now that did that because that are here. Friends that are now here because I offer that. When I came to Bali many years ago, I was offering that. Open up my home and to just a handful of people. And I said, I did that in Ubud in Bali. I did that in Chang in Bali. I did that with 3 different homes in Bali. And I didn't charge a single thing. I just invited people. And then those people invited people, invited more people, invited more people. And sometimes there are days where there'll be like 15 people show up. And then we just do practice. So again, that was like the foundation. It was momentum, but it was also the foundation of sharpening the tool. Because I wanted to get really good at teaching, sharing, and leading this practice. And a reason for me to show up more as well. Because sometimes I don't feel like doing practice. Sometimes I just want to relax and just do something else. But this made an obligation to show up and do it. It's the same thing like with this line of work as well. Make it to where it's easy to show up. So when my job is to go ahead and help people become healthier and happier, now there's an inner obligation for me to walk the walk or walk the talk. But my personality, I thrive off of things like this because left alone to myself, I'm very, very addictive behavior. I have really bad addictive behavior, terrible habits a lot of times, and I need structure and I need obligations, I need accountability and all these things. If not, I don't care to do any of that. That's why I was a heavy drinker and smoker and heavy partier and all that stuff. So all these things can help with that. And then I saw it before in my fitness business. It got me into really good shape because I needed to. And for this, I don't need to be in as good of a shape, decent, but not like how it was, which is why I'm not how I was, because I can do that. It'll take me a few months, but there's no motivation, there's no reason. But once we create the reason and it makes sense for us and it's true for us, then